Sitting outside, something that prompted this discussion. And so I'm wondering, how much do you love yourself? Good question. Next on the Metal Pulpit. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch this Metal Pulpit. And that's the question I have for you today. I've been kicking this around quite a bit since the weekend. And quite honestly, oftentimes I kick this around. The question comes out of Mark chapter 12, 30 and 31. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. And then the second is love your neighbor as yourself. So if we're to love our neighbor as ourself, I guess that begs the question, how much do you love yourself? How much do I love myself? I realize there's a real fine line there between vanity and bragging and just, those type of people. we all know those type of people. But then there's the ones that love themselves. They're comfortable who they are. They're confident in who they are. They know who they are. And quite honestly, they're great with it. The reason I asked that question, the reason why I'm kicking it around so much is that when we love ourselves, okay, the next progression should be us loving others. And when we love other people, sow into their lives, do things for them, house sit, dog sit, babysit, help with plumbing, whatever we do, serving, outreach, the obvious thing is that they're going to love us back. And so there's this synergy going of people loving us. What got me thinking this week a little bit about it was this past Sunday, it was 12 years that I've been at the church that I pastor. I've only been on staff at two different churches. Once as a youth pastor for 8 years and now here for, actually it's been 13 some years, but 12 years as the pastor. The pastor I not served under, but was under in Milwaukee that I grew up under, he's celebrating 30 years. And at their 10-year anniversary, they had an awesome banquet. They invited people. It was just a fun time. They blessed them with a gift and, quite a cool thing. I looked at my 10-year anniversary, and it's so spot on for the background that I've had at this church. But it was met with a few gift cards and, one that was $20, says, take your family out for a great time. And it was I think it was Red Lobster or someplace like that. I'm like, well, that'll cover my meal. So here I am paying for my family still, celebrating our 10-year anniversary. 12 years rolled around, not a hint, not a word. and it's okay. I get that. It's, we all have jobs. We all have anniversaries that we sow into, that we have at our work. And so I totally get that. But, when you love people, you kind of would expect it back. I know we shouldn't expect anything in life, but at the same time, if someone's sowing into your life and they're there for you and they're helping you out, especially if you're part of a church, take note. Take note of when that pastor's anniversary is. Take note of when, the special day is, a pastor appreciation day or something like that. And then show them some love. Give them something. Show them, appreciate them. Post something on their Facebook wall. Give them a card. Give them a gift card somewhere. And, it's those little things. And like I said, I realize your anniversary at a job is maybe nothing either. But as a pastor, whether it's part of a church or a sanctuary pastor or another pastor you watch online that's really, really ministering to you and you're getting a lot out of their teachings and they're even willing to connect with you, talk with you on the phone and stuff, it's a little different because a pastor's job is not clock in, clock out. Never has been, never will be. It's an absolute joke to tell somebody you're a part-time pastor. Or, for a pastor to tell somebody they're hiring on, we just need you for about 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week. That never happens. People glom onto pastors, and that's what they're there for. But at the same time, pastors like to be appreciated. And if you're part of a church, an institutional church or not, but you're following somebody, recognize them, take note of it. I had one person say, well, why didn't you tell us on Sunday that it was your anniversary? I can't. I'm not going to stand up there and be like, hey, look at me, it's my anniversary. And you're not going to do that either. You're not going to walk into your boss's office and be like, it's my anniversary today, time for recognition. No, not going to do it. So you post something, put up on Facebook saying it's an honor, it's been 12 years today, and just let it go and see what, and enjoy it. You know, love yourself. Because what I did then was I went out that night, I took my family out for dinner, I took them out for ice cream, and I said, kids, this is why we're going out tonight, because Dad's been at the church for 12 years, longer than you've been alive, and we're celebrating God's faithfulness at this ministry, at this church. Love yourself, because sometimes that's the only place you're going to get love that you need to keep going on through life. Shoot me your questions, pastorBobAdams@gmail.com. I will get back to them as soon as I can, perhaps even in the form of a podcast. Have a great day.